Hello guys, and welcome to episode 26 of my Total War Warhammer playthrough, playing as the Greenskins on very hard difficulty. And today we're starting off with a quite funny sight. We have Grutshod, the tiny little goblin shaman, standing up to Kolek Suneater, who is probably controlling one of the last Chaos Hordes on the map. So we're going to quick save this and we're going to fight it on the battle map. And here we are. So we're in the vampire land, so you can see the vampire chaos, the vampire corruption, not the vampire chaos corruption. That would be very odd. But yeah, that's what the blue tinge is all about. We do have this giant to deal with, but we can definitely destroy that with our Night Goblin fanatics. 3 hell cannons we're going to have to be wary of. So what I'm going to do with my Black Orcs is actually spread them out in a nice thin line. Just going to charge towards them. Hopefully take them out nice and quick. So let's have Night Goblins spread out. The fanatics, they can actually move up on the flanks. We do have some nice chariots as well to use, with some trolls at our backs as well. So what I'm going to do is probably just group all these guys, and we'll lock the formation group. And I'm going to move forward the Goblin Rock Clubbers as well. Start the deployment, start the battle. We're just going to run on towards them. Goblin Rock Clubbers are in range to attack their Chosen and Chaos Warriors with Halberds, so we're going to do that. Wozag is coming in at our back, so we're going to run him forwards as soon as possible to use his magic. Get all of his Black Orcs to run up and join us as well. In his entire army needs to just run up and reinforce us as soon as possible. Great. Make sure those Orc Biggins are on their way. And that's pretty much everything. I think one of my Black Orcs units is getting hit pretty hard. Not too bad. The trolls can just chill. Gonna get the boar chariots to come in off the flanks. Okay, and we've smashed into the chaos chariots there. Right, the funny thing about this is we do have the Night Goblin archers here. What we can do is have them sort of almost converge in the center. We're going to fire the loons through their formations. Right, and then we're going to just run these guys away. Oops, I didn't mean to select all of Group 1. That was not the plan. I've completely messed that up now, haven't I? Okay, let's just have the Black Orcs then come back to the center. Night Goblins. And moving on the flanks. We need to get this chap to provide some sneaky stabbing onto this engagement. And we need to fire off the loons from these chaps. Okay, so the idea is to move back the Night Goblin Archer Fanatics now. And we'll have them target the Chaos Giant. And get rid of that. Target the Chaos Chariot there. Oh, just got hit very hard by their own Hell Cannons. Fine by me. Take out the Chaos Giant with the Night Goblin Fanatics. Make sure that we get these guys to run round on the flanks. Have these Forest Goblin Spider Riders go straight for their Hell Cannons, I think. Let's make sure we kill off this giant as soon as possible. And then we can target the other units after that. Where's Wurzag? Wurzag needs to come forwards and use the effigy onto Kolek. And we can also use a foot of Gork right on top of him. Gonna get the trolls out of there. Okay, so that did a nice amount of damage, I feel. Okay, so the Chaos Giant is dead. Let's use the Vindictive Glare onto Kolek. Go for the Power Stone as well. Kolek's going to run away, and so is the rest of his army. And use the Gaze of Mork. Okay, that didn't actually hit him properly. How Kolek's doing a runner. Need to make sure we are killing off the rest of the Hell Cannons here. There we go. So that's going to make ourselves have a victory, a decisive one, which should destroy the enemy army. That wasn't too bad. Honestly, I thought we were losing a bit harder than that, but then out of nowhere they completely routed, so that works out. I guess we did manage to get the surround onto them, a lot of those units, but I didn't really micro my forces very well at all during that battle. We are going to eat the captives for the extra replenishment, and goodbye to Kolek. We stole the Banner of Eternal Flame, and the Warriors of Chaos are destroyed. Wow, okay, job done. Let's get the Goblin Doom Diver Catapult now. And we're going to attack the Moot, and we're going to raise that. Fantastic. So Grutshod, we can get the Root Marcher. We are going to replace him with Morgulus once again, once Morgulus returns from being wounded. Both of these armies are going to take a lot of attrition this turn. That's okay. Let's have Mash Armbreaker target Castle Drakenhof. And do we have another one? We have Bartorg Gorespitter. We're going to go into possibly Raiding Camp. We'll move 50% and then go Raiding Camp near Kalakern. And we'll move over Azag to join him. Next turn we'll attack Kalakern. Great. So how are we doing in terms of overall raiding income? We're on 5,000 out of 20,000 needed. Every little is helping at the moment. Vampire counts are very nearly dead. We can now recruit some Ragnarok spiders. Let's grab a couple for Krugger. And what else do I want to get into this army? We'll probably get him some chariots, some Orc-boar chariots. And then I'll probably recruit 4 units of Black Orcs as well. I guess we could just do that in Black Crag, rather than having to go all the way to the Desolation of Nagash. Actually, it might be worth going to the Desolation of Nagash just because the extra unit experience is so useful. It doesn't actually take us that long either to get across the Badlands in March Dance. By the way, we have Hugblug moving up to Uckendorf to complete our quest. And I think that's everything done for this turn. We do have 3,000 cash left to spend, but I think I'm just going to hold on to it. Argag still moving up and around. What the vampire count's doing. They're moving back towards Grimgor. So the Greenskin War has mobilized, follower gained. And now we're going to have both Grutshod and also Wurzag move towards Castle Drakenhof. Go into encamp stance. Same with Wurzag. Hopefully get this replenishment on the go. Does seem to be quite high replenishment. Entirely sure where that is, but I'm not going to complain. Sneak has leveled up. Going to get the evasion there, so we can unlock the next set of spells. And Sozpug can now get Edbutt. Right, so Azag can lead the siege onto Calacan. We're going to declare war on them. And attack. Let's continue the siege. We will bring up Sneak.
Nasty magic ready.
And he can move into encamp stance. And what we're going to do is start building some Greenskin siege towers. So that we can get these Black Orcs onto the walls at level with the Longbeards and Dwarf Warriors. Who are we at war with now? Pretty sure we're at war with basically everyone. Let's see. 3 T's. We're at war with Clan Angren, Calacan, Scaling the Empire, Top Knots, Vampire Counts, Varg, and the Warheads of Chaos. Actually, it's not too bad. We're fine. It's just that the balance bar when I declared war on Calacan was like actually in their favour slightly. Don't entirely know where that was, but it doesn't matter. Ugluk is able to get into Akkendorf. And that will complete our quest. So, with his mob following a safe distance behind him, Grimgor stomps toward Blackfire Pass, a murderous red gleam in his eye. Any boys reckless enough to come near hear him growling. I'm gonna stomp them to dust. I'm gonna grind their bones. I'm gonna pile them up in a big fire and roast them. I'm gonna bash heads, break faces, and jump up and down on the bits that are left. And then I'm gonna get really mean. Love it. Okay, so win the following battle with Grimgor Ironhide's army. So we've got to take out Wolfram Caslane. They do have a Luminarch of Heish and the steam tank there. We get Gitsnik, which is extra bonus versus large, extra melee attack, minus recruitment cost, reduction in vampiric and chaos corruption, extra income from post-battle loot, and the ability which gives us extra armor piercing damage. So, a lot to play for. Probably could do that battle, honestly. Let's just deploy Huglug for this turn. Grimgor can probably do that battle. We move him back into normal stance, put him into Karak Kadrin. Well, maybe not in Karak Kadrin because you can't teleport from inside a settlement. But yeah, if we move him up, I'm probably going to get rid of this lone goblin unit once and for all. I'm going to replace it with the Broken Tusks mob. And I think we are able to fight that fight. So let's teleport straight to it for 500. And it looks like they are going to be reinforced by some dwarves. But in general, the main army is looking very dead. The steam tank there might do quite a lot of damage, but in general we should be fine. We have the Ragnarok Queen that can go and just demolish that steam tank for us. Let's go ahead, quick save it, and fight this on the battle map.
This is it, boys. Time to give this Emperor a right spanking. Me and the Immortals will lead from the front and seek out that poncy crown-wearing git riding his big pigeon. My axe, Gitsnik is somewhere in that pass. A bag of teeth to the orc that finds it and hands it over. Any of you think you're gonna keep it instead, well, you'll find my boots so far up your ass, you'll be tasting squig leather until you die, which will be straight after. Anyway, let's give Gork a show. Get smashing! I want this pass filled with blood. I want the Zoomies to remember my name for years and years. Remember Grimgor!
And here we are. Grimgor loving his speech there. So, I love Blackfire Pass. It's such an awesome place. Like, this is probably one of the best battle maps that I have played on in Warhammer. Anyway, let's get our Black Orcs and so on lined up. We'll have the Arachnorok Queen just move straight onto this steam tank, charge it down, and the Doom Diver catapults on the top here. Get the Goblin Archers and the Orc Archers to just stand slightly behind. Over on this left side, we've got like all of my cavalry forces. I guess that's fine. And we'll keep the 8-peak loonies on the left and the nasty skulkers on the right. Let's just start the battle. We're just going to charge straight towards them. Let me try and line this up properly. So they don't really have too much in terms of melee forces down here. The only big thing that they have is the Luminarch, but we're just going to get the Luminarch engaged by some spiderlings, so we'll do that. We'll fire the Doom Diver catapult into the crossbowmen. Just get all of these units to go around and flank them. We'll make sure we have the 8-peak loonies moving up, and we'll make sure that all of our archers can get into range to fire. Right, let's take on the spearmen here. The unit of Black Orcs help out. Okay, some reinforcing dwarves there. Gonna bring back the cavalry on the left flank. Let's fire into their crossbowmen. The nasty skulkers engage the steam tank. Those hatchlings not having too much fun, but we're going to send some loonies through there. The skulkers going to get hit by the loonies, actually. Wasn't exactly what I had planned. Let's have Grimgor come down and take out the steam tank. We'll get the Arachnorok Queen on that as well. Yeah, let's make sure we move back the Black Orcs. I think I'm just going to retreat from this engagement. Made the majority of them retreat. Steam tank, though, being very stubborn. We definitely need Grimgor to take care of that. Let's make sure we line up our Black Orcs ready to receive the miners and so on. Oh, the gyrocopters there are freely attacking my cavalry, so let's move on the cavalry. Have the Squig Hoppers go for the Grudge Throwers at the back there. We'll have the Orc Boarboy Biggins head into the Corralers. War Boys can go into the Corralers as well. We'll get the Wolf Riders to go for the other Grudge Thrower. Alright, so let's charge on in. And we'll make sure that my archers are doing something, because currently they are not. And the Doom Diver Catapult, well, that can continue to fire at the crossbowmen. We're going to get rid of those Grudge Throwers nice and easy. Steam tank is nearly destroyed. There it goes. Boom. Get rid of Albert. We'll run down the Luminarch of Heesh. More spiderlings, thank you very much. And we will charge that down. But Adelbert Bulgulhoff is going to get wrecked by Grimgor. And we're going to carry on. Okay, so let's have all the archers target the gyrocopters. Boarboy Biggins have defeated the Quarrelers. The Empire are all but defeated. Finish them off. Yeah, we will, don't you worry. Bergil can be taken out by Grimgor and the Arachnorok Spider Queen. There is also Scalf Whitebeard here. Guess what we'll do is surround him and kill him off. Crimson Killers are still being hit by the gyrocopters. We're going to get all of my archers to get onto those finally. Get the Goblin Doomdiver Catapult to fire at them as well. Okay, let's just speed this up. Hopefully we can make them rout. There we go. We didn't even have to deal with the gyrocopters in the end because they run away once everything on the ground has routed, and that's a decisive victory. Easy done. Gitsnik is ours. 164 kills for the Crimson Killers. Lovely jubbly. That steam tank did get 45 kills, but not too many. We'll eat the captives for the extra replenishment. And that's job done. Gitsnik is in Grimgor's hands. That's going to help us reduce the vampiric corruption at peak pass anyway. We can jump into the settlement for this turn. And we are going to continue with choppers to give him extra weapon strength. So we're now at 605 weapon strength. Becoming a beast in combat. So I don't think there's going to be any more Empire provinces to the east. So it's probably just all that we can see there that's left. And then to the left of that will be probably Bretonia. But we'll have Largog head over this direction anyway. From now on. And we have the siege going on of Kalak Kadrin. How's that going? We've got multiple turns until the siege towers are done. That's all for now. Let's move on to the next turn. We'll probably want about 6 to 8 siege towers for the assault on Kalak. Vampire counts are coming down to Castle Drakenhof. It's fine. Waldenhof is left pretty much undefended. There is a Wood Elf army there. Another Wood Elf army further south. Are they at war with the Border Princes? Don't know. It's a valiant defeat at Castle Drakenhof. A mission issued Slay Destunti. Hegenbor Morgrimmel. Who's that? Okay, that's this chap. It's telling us to assassinate the leader, but that doesn't really matter at this point. The Castle Drakenhof, the garrison must have got severely damaged, and then Helmengorst went back to defend it. But this leaves Waldenhof open to attack from Grimgor. So I think this is pretty much just an auto-resolve. I haven't really seen the vampire counts though yet. But yeah, I think we're just going to auto-resolve this, and we will sack the settlement. And we'll see an attack against the vampire counts when we attack Castle Drakenhof. I'll definitely play that one out. We've got plenty from sacking that settlement, that's for sure. Go for a Deadly Blade, just for the extra melee attack. And then what I'm going to do is probably march back into my own lands so I can get some replenishment. Next turn we'll go back and we'll raise Waldenhof. Great. So we have 31,000 cash now. Let's jump around and see if there's anything I can build. We can upgrade to the heap of shiny stuff. May as well upgrade this to a boss's shack. At Death Pass. We can upgrade this to a Greenskin stronghold. As this increases income from all buildings in all regions in adjacent provinces as well. And at the Desolation of Nagash. Not going to build anything there just yet. Kalak 8 Peaks. Maybe we can get the squig cages here as well. Yeah, we'll do that. And at the Southern Badlands, we can upgrade Grunty Mingol. And we're going to start work on the Goblin Watchtower. At the Silver Road, going to continue with the upgrade onto the boss's camp. And at Ekrund, we want to upgrade to a Greenskin stronghold. Probably don't need to. We'll upgrade the walls at Zufbar and the Black Mountains. We need to upgrade these ones as well. So the time limit as to when we will attack Kalakhan actually will be based on when the obedience is going to reach -100 in the Black Mountains, because we want to take Kalakhan in that turn so that when the rebellion does fire, both our armies are in the right position to force them back. Okay, so yeah, Azag's still maintaining the siege, Huglug's fine there, Largug is still running about. Just going to end the turn, let Largug go on his way. And that's going to be 2 siege towers available. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get 4, unless it's only going to take 1 turn to get the second 2. Should be okay. Helmengorst actually came back up north, was that? Leave Castle Drakenhof relatively undefended. Follower gained a Vampiric and Chaos Corruption reduction. Let me just check my followers on my leaders. So for example, this chap doesn't even have 1 in that slot, so I'm probably going to give him the extra reduction in Vampiric and Chaos Corruption. At this point in the game, that's probably the most useful. Huglug's fine. We can give Huglug some armor actually. We can give him the Helm of Discord. We can give him maybe Shrieking Blade and the magical resistance. We'll go for the Featherfoe Talk because getting the Terrifying Mask of E is kind of pointless. We'll get the Scroll of Power. Then we'll give him the Godbow Ranter. May as well give him the post-battle chance of stealing a magic item. And give him minus recruitment cost maybe as well. He is going to eventually be in an army, so he can gain access to all of those. Yeah, Krugger's finished with the Arachnarok spiders. I think what we're going to do is we're going to march through towards the Desolation of Nagash and recruit him 4 units of Black Orcs. Grimgor can move down and attack Wardenhof, but I'm scared that if we do that, we're going to get attacked by Helmengorst the turn after, and I'm not sure if we'll be able to deal with his army. We're just going to move into enemy territory. Not in March stance, so never mind. I did that wrong. I meant to go into normal stance, then raid in their lands, and then next turn I would attack Wardenhof if Helmengorst moved away, but he didn't, so I did it wrong with March stance. I'm just going to march him back into Karak Kadrin to sort out the obedience here. Right, Wurzag has leveled up. We can give him Arcane Conduit, very important to have that available. And we're going to continue now in probably underway towards Castle Drakenhof. Although Goratshod still kind of needs some replenishment. And we'll just move with the underway for this turn. Right, Largug is still good to carry on with his adventure. And we will move on to the next turn. So it looks like Bretonnia and Bretonnia and the Empire are teaming up on the Warherds of Chaos. Get rid of them and relieve their armies. I think we need to probably focus on the Empire next, actually. Because if we don't, soon they will start to take back all of the provinces and actually get really strong, especially with the Warriors of Chaos defeated. So assault unit success and a quest issued, Bonewood Staff for Wurzag. So when the Green Gods call upon their prophet, they care not for the shaman's availability, whether he's visiting the drops in the middle of a battle or simply prancing around the campfire. When Gorkor Mork calls, Wurzag will fall into a trance that can last minutes, hours, even days. Wurzag has fallen into such a trance. Luckily, he was nowhere near the drops, but in the midst of chomping on a snotling. when a particularly powerful vision struck. All night, Wurzag remained silent and still, the half-eaten snotling frantically trying to prise the savage orc's jaws apart. When the shaman came to and finally emptied his mouth with a big gulp, he immediately gathered the tribe and told them of what he had seen. It was a vision of confusing sights, blood and death, ruined dwarf halls, a group of smug human adventurers, and a mountain passage of black rock and fire. Most orcs looked confused, but Wurzag is enthused with a sense of purpose. While not entirely sure what that exact purpose is convinced that the lands before the Black Mountain should be taken in Gork's or Mork's name. So own the entirety of 4 provinces. We currently own 11, so that will be complete instantly. Thank you very much. And new quest issued. As Wurzag's influence spreads towards the petty fiefs of the border princes, the shaman has another vision. Once more he sees that mountain pass of light of dark, fire and blackness. At its center stands a shaman, waving a staff of bone, green energy channeling through the staff, coruscating around the orc and flooding into the creature's eyes. Who is this shaman? Threat or an ally? To ensure that the following building has been constructed, I think we've already got one. And the Age of Peace has come about. I think the Warhead of Chaos was killed, so yeah, that's happened. So now we really need to take care of the Empire sooner than later before they start taking back all their provinces. So Clan Angren has also been destroyed. Wow, okay. Most of our enemies are being killed off for us at the moment. So once we've dealt with the vampire counts, we will push for the Empire. And I'm also going to be taking back Northern World's Edge Mountains. Okay. So lots to do. But unfortunately, not in this episode because it has been my time. I'm going to have to leave it here. Lots, like I said, loads of things to do. We got to recolonize the dwarf holds. We've got to destroy the Empire. And then pretty much we've won the game, actually. We just finished taking care of the vampire count, so I don't have to deal with the obedience problems in my surrounding provinces. And then we'll move on. But that's all for now, guys. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.